And so VVT is a ERC20 Ethereum token right now, right?
It is. That's right.
Yeah. And so the unlocked tokens themselves, those are held in treasury by you guys and on an unlocked schedule. Is that contract swap? If you could talk a little bit about the security of the tokens that aren't in supply. I think that was one of the questions from the community.
Sure. Yeah. Well, so security is always on the forefront of our mind when we talk about our tech security. I'm not a tech guy. I don't do development. I kind of glaze over a little bit when they start getting really into the nuts and bolts of things. But we have, our lead dev comes from a background of securing literal trading desks for multi-billion-dollar corporations. So that's always front and center. When we're talking about developing tech and securing the application, when we're talking about securing the wallets that will ultimately be involved for our client side or our customer, we look into we're launching with a delegated key management structure. So we won't be custodying users' keys. They will be to some degree. It's a way where you can kind of get the best of both worlds with key management, but also the ability to recover lost wallets, which can be an issue, particularly since we're trying to create an application that has a low barrier of entry and a low friction risk for non-crypto native people. So if most of the businesses that we're working with, we're not trying to attract other crypto businesses to come and use our crypto app. We're looking for any business to come use an application, a business enterprise application that will enhance their business, that has blockchain elements. And we want them to not feel friction when they're trying to learn all of the ins and outs of managing custody in a crypto world. So that from that standpoint, when we're talking about security in our application, that's how we're approaching it. For the purposes of securing the VersoView tokens that are not in supply, we use multi-sig. So our senior team has multi-sig security over that. And then again, reputationally, we've been on the market for a year. Our token has fluctuated drastically in price as the market does whatever the market's going to do. We really don't pay too much attention to it. We just stay focused on putting out the tokens into supply that are needed to support the infrastructure and liquidity of the token and the ecosystem, and any sort of commitment. So you can actually look at in our white paper, you can look at a graph that shows the inflation and ultimate deflation arc of the token supply over the next, I think you can see it out 6, 7 years, 8 years, and where those tokens are being emitted and how they're moving around.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned custody. I think that's always something that's in the forefront of our users' mind. It's a question I have to answer daily, weekly, if not daily.